Ten.
Stand by to take studio.
7, 6.
Stand by camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Hello and welcome to another packed episode of MCTV News. I'm Bo Weatherby.
And I'm Tim Evans. On today's show, we'll have an interview with MCHS teacher Karina Cormier about the coffee house auditions and a look at the grade 9 girls basketball playoff run. But first, our top story.
For 4 times every school year, parents have an opportunity to meet their children's teachers to talk about how they are doing in their classes. The most recent parent-teacher interview was held on Thursday, March 7th. From the grade to overall attitude, parents are able to get the clear picture of their son's or daughter's progress. Amy Long files this report.
All right, Ms. Cormier. We have, let's see, where's everyone now going on here? PT interviews? Yes. C'est-toi, s'il vous plaît. And my mic. Yeah, so we're just going to set up the cameras.
Connected with the school. Sometimes there may be a little bit too much emphasis placed on the parent-teacher interview, and sometimes if there are challenges or other concerns, instead of waiting a month or 5 weeks in our case for the semester, it would be beneficial for earlier communication. At MCHS, we're always encouraging our faculty to remain in contact with parents, whether it's through email, through websites. Encourage parents to access grades through PowerSchool so that parent-teacher interviews aren't necessarily the catch-all. Parent-teacher interviews can, again, have a very good purpose in supporting the student. Ultimately, when we're hosting these interviews, they are in place to benefit student learning. And if parents have insight into their student or into their son or daughter, it just helps the teacher with the programming in the classroom.
Parent-teacher interviews allow parents or guardians to connect with teachers and be involved with their students' learning and overall performance.
It's a good way to connect with teachers because you're getting to meet them face-to-face as well. I also communicate with email, and any problems I have, I come down to the school and talk to them. Very useful, very helpful. I like to be involved in my child's educational through high school and stuff, so I find it very helpful.
Parent-teacher interviews provides a direct face-to-face communication between students, parents, and teachers that could resolve any issues and have a better understanding about their child's schoolwork.
It helps everyone. It's another opportunity to meet face-to-face, and it allows dialogue between parties. So there's a misunderstanding, it can get cleared up, or if there's something going on, then it can be resolved.
Teachers and staff members encourage students to attend parent-teacher interviews along with their parents to discuss, explain, and let parents or guardians know about their child's learning and academic performances.
It's an opportunity to meet the teacher and find out how your kid's doing in class, how they're interacting with others, how they're doing on their work. It's surprising to me that not as many parents take advantage of parent-teacher interviews as I think should. Yeah, for sure it's useful. It's nice to be able to have a face-to-face conversation with parents, let them know how their son or daughter is doing at school, and start to build a rapport and a relationship with the families of the students that we teach. And I think you can do that more easily through interviews than you can over the phone or by email.
This is Amy Long reporting for MCTV.
Coming up on May 15th, the school will be hosting its annual coffee house performance auditions for the event. Yesterday and continued this afternoon after school in studio, I have one of the organizers, Ms. Karina Cormier, to talk about it. Thanks for taking the time to come in for an interview.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Just have a couple of questions. First of all, what is Coffee House and where will it take place?
Well, the Coffee House is a good way for our school to promote our talent. But not only that, we usually raise money for certain causes in the world, social justice causes, different natural disasters. But this year it's actually going to go more to our community, which I'll explain a little bit later. It will be taking place on May 15th at the Morinville Community Cultural Center.
All right, and what are the where are the proceeds going towards mostly?
Like I said, in our community this year, the proceeds, we are going to give them to our school lunch programs, and not just MCHS, but Primo and Notre Dame as well.
All right. What types of performance have you had in the past years with the coffee house?
Oh, we've had a variety. We've had singing, we've had dancing, different instruments being played, piano, magic acts, monologues, such a variety. And every year students come out and give us such a different showcase of talents.
The auditions for the coffee house started yesterday and are continuing this afternoon. If someone wants to audition and they haven't contacted you, how can they still contact you?
Absolutely. We have quite a big turnout. Yesterday was there was quite a few students that came out, and they were fantastic. I have to say, every single act that was showed yesterday at the auditions were a good variety, and everyone did such a phenomenal job. And even today we have quite a number. So if people still want to audition, they can come and see me and sign up, but we will have to start limiting it because we do have quite a bit.
Do you have any tips for people who are auditioning, and what are some of the keys to success?
You know what? Just have some confidence. Have confidence in yourself. Come out, give it your best shot, and you know what? We want to try to have everyone be a part of this coffee house. So, you know what? That's all I can say. Come and showcase what you have and be confident about it.
I know it's still a ways away off, but if someone is interested in purchasing tickets, when will they be available and how much will they be?
I'm hoping, I'm not sure exactly when we get the tickets out there and sold, but we're hoping in April, probably mid-April, after spring break. And I think we're charging about $10 prior to the event and about $12 at the door.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Cormier, for taking the time to come on the show today. I'm sure that the conference will be a huge success. And remember, the date for the MCTV Coffee House is Wednesday, May 15th from 7 to 9 p.m. We'll be back after this.
Over 4 million crashes are caused by distracted drivers in North America a year.
Drivers have less than half a second to react to a collision.
20 to 30% of accidents are caused by distracted drivers.
Distracted drivers are more likely to crash than attentive drivers.
Thumbs down to texting and driving. Don't do it.
I'm not going to say it, but I think I need to. What's with all the snow, Tim?
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Bo, but we're supposedly getting another 10 centimeters on top of the 45 we've already received.
So winter is going out like a lion, eh?
Yup, and spring's coming in like a lamb. Looks like Balzac Billy was wrong in his prediction. More snow on the way, but not like we saw recently. We do have a winter storm warning in place for the eastern part of the province, stretching into Saskatchewan a little bit. And also up in the Maritimes, it's going to be crazy with all the snow and wind. On either side of the country, it's going to be crazy weather-wise. But let's take a look at what's happening up north. In Whitehorse, it's -11, partly cloudy. Yellowknife, -6, about the same deal. Iqaluit is -4 in the snow. Vancouver, that's where all the wind, gusting up to 100 kilometers an hour, 10 degrees in the rain. Regina, -9. Saskatchewan's getting a little bit of the precipitation that we're getting in eastern part of the province. I'll explain that in a bit. Toronto, -2, partly cloudy. In the eastern part of the nation, +1, partly cloudy in St. John's, Newfoundland. Halifax, cloudy, 1 degree, and Montreal, snow, and the freezing mark achieved there. It's going to be crazy Western-style weather. Let's take a look at our province. There we go. So the system I was talking about earlier, high snowfall warnings in the eastern part, stretching into Edmonton a little bit, but 2 degrees in Edmonton, -4 in Fort Mac. Snow and rain all across the western part of the province. Let's take a look at our current conditions. -5 right now in Morinville, winds southeast 30 kilometers an hour, gusting to 60. We got a high wind warning. It's supposed to last until the early morning. Let's take a look at our 7-day. And it's looking okay for spring break, warming up, the sun is coming out. Back to you, Bo.
Thanks, Tim, I think. With the end of March comes the end of the high school basketball season across Alberta. Our very own MCHS Wolves girls grade 9 basketball team is kicking butt and taking names. As they play against the Falcons, we sent reporter Matt Urquhart to report on the game.
Winning the ball off the jump and throwing it in the Falcons' basket. Wolves trampled the Falcons in the first period, scoring an impressive 21 points. Wasn't until midway through the second before the Falcons responded. Wolves continuing their lead throughout the first half with a final of 34-1. MCHS Wolves continued their lead in the third quarter, allowing only one basket in. Wolves pummeled the Falcons in the fourth with an impressive 62-6 final. MCHS Wolves won the quarterfinals against Fowler, but lost in the semifinals against VJM. For MCTV Sports, this is Matt Urquhart reporting.
Now let's take a look at some of the upcoming events here at MCHS. Tomorrow is the last day of classes before spring break, finally. Regular classes will resume Tuesday, April 2nd. Have fun and be safe, especially to our students and staff that are heading into China and Europe. Coffeehouse editions continue today after school. Meet in the music room immediately after the bell. Contact Mrs. Cormier for more information. Spring Fling School Dance will be held on Thursday, April 4th from 7:30 to 10:30. Tickets on sale Tuesday, April 2nd, $8 in advance, 10 at the door. Proceeds go to the 2013 Grad Charity Fund. The Ultimate MCHS Scavenger Hunt begins on Friday, April 5th with your Block 1-2 class. Deadline for entries is Friday, April 12th, and the winner takes it all. For these and other school events, keep connected by watching the daily announcements, visiting the school website, www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or visiting us on Twitter at MCHS_Wolves.
Have you ever wanted to watch a movie but didn't want to sit through 2 hours of the film? Well, we have exactly what you want. You're looking for. Introducing 1-minute movies. In this segment, MCTV team Amanda Andriuk and Anthony Nault took the well-known Liam Neeson film Taken into their own hands, reenacting the whole film in exactly 1 minute. The short film stars Anthony Nault as Liam Neeson's character Brian Mills, as well as a variety of other Nault boys taking the supporting roles.
My life sucks. Happy birthday, daughter I never see.
I play tickets to Paris.
I don't like that idea.
My present. Mom, Dad won't let me go to Paris. Why are you going to Paris? Here, a pony. Happy birthday. Paris!
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Good luck.
Hello, old friend. My daughter's been kidnapped. There's a prostitution place down the road. Found you.
She's out.
I found your daughter who was trying to be sold to criminals.
Mom, I'm safe.
Coming up on the April 10th episode of MCTV News, Amanda Andriuk is looking into what the local businessman is doing to drum up the support for the Morinville Blood Drive. Tony Nault covers this week's audition for the upcoming MCHS Coffeehouse. Amy Long brings us the French immersion class drama performance, and we'll have an interview with coach of MCHS's badminton team to see how the season is going thus far. Another episode down, Tim. What's the weather looking like as we break into spring break?
Well, you know what? Flurries in the evening, about 5 to 10 centimeters when it's all said and done, continuing throughout the rest of the week. The high winds continuing into tomorrow, gusting 40 to 70 kilometers an hour.
Sounds like a kind of a snowy week for us. For all of us at MCTV News, I'm Bo Weatherby.
And I'm Tim Evans.
Have a great spring break, MCHS. See you again in April.
Adios.